What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Countdown Scouting Network. I'm your host, Joey Garcia, and today we're going to break down week 5 of the NFL season. So let's start off with the Thursday night game with the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. Um, all I got to say is thank you, Justin Fields, for feeding DJ Moore. Single-handedly won me my fantasy week. Um, and again, the Bears did a good job running the ball as well. So I'll give it to them. They ended up getting a couple injured running backs, so I hope they're okay. But Washington really couldn't do anything because they couldn't stop DJ Moore. Let's go into the Sunday game. Starting out with these 1 o'clock games, we got the Giants versus the Dolphins. Dolphins were in control of this game the whole time. Tua threw a pick six to basically end the second half from like the 3 yard line too. So it was like a 97-yard pick six. That sucked. Tua looked okay today. Didn't look great, but he looked fine. Uh, it looked like he tried to force some things a couple times, but other than that, he played really good. Devon Achane busted a bunch of big runs. I mean, it seemed like every single run was going for 25, 30 yards um, per attempt. Mostert looked well as well. Devon Achane did go down with a knee injury, though. It looks like he's going on IR. He's going to miss at least 4 weeks. But again, Dolphins all over this game. Going to London for the 9:30 game. We probably should have talked about this one on the last one. The Jaguars versus the Buffalo Bills. Again, never bet against the Jaguars when they're in London. I'm pretty sure their win-loss record in London is probably over 70%, over 75% win, something like that. So London probably thinks the Jacksonville Jaguars are the best team in the entire league. Josh Allen looked fine. He had some stupid plays, but he had other plays where he showed why he is Josh Allen. But he struggled a little bit today. Bills could not stop the Jaguars' running game. And it sucks because the Bills got a couple injuries as well. I think Trey White went down and Matt Milano, and I think Matt Milano is out for the entire year. So Bills just keep losing more and more players. Uh, it's again they're I think they're still a playoff team, but if they can't get some of these guys back on defense, I don't know, guys. I don't know how you can expect them to win any crazy games unless Josh Allen becomes Superman. Texans Falcons. I had the Texans in this game. I thought the Texans were gonna pull away with it, and it looked like that throughout the entire game. Falcons could move the ball a little bit, but couldn't get the ball all the way down the field. Struggled to maintain drives until the fourth quarter. Maybe it's because they got Kyle Pitts involved. Kyle Pitts finally gets involved. Damian Pierce was bottled up for the most part as well for Houston. So it was, again, it was just slow, methodical drives and a bunch of field goals that really set up the Texans to to almost win this game. Again, just really, I don't want to say ugly football, but it was kind of ugly football by both teams. I'll give Desmond Ridder his props. Um, Again, you have a bunch of weapons on offense. Use them, and so that's what he did. Bijan Robinson, I don't even have to say anything about him. He's a freak. I think we were correct about saying he's the best running back prospect since Saquon. Next, we got the Panthers Lions. Lions dominated. This one was ugly, and that's kind of what you expect. Bryce Young tried his hardest to keep them in the game. Um, he couldn't do it though. I mean, you can't go up against this Lions team who is just going to play smash mouth football, have a bunch of speed threats, but then want to play smash mouth football. And that's what the Lions did, man. They busted it down the Panthers' throat. This game was not close at all. It never was close. It never felt like the Panthers were going to win this game. Going to the Titans Colts, um, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the Titans. Colts, again, you got Gardner Minshew. Anthony Richardson went on IR. So you got Gardner Minshew. You got Jonathan Taylor back. I think they're going to slowly incorporate him. And they can. They can slowly incorporate him because Zach Moss looks really good. He's running with power. He's running with speed. He's running ferociously. Um, but this Titans team I'm concerned about. I think they feel like they're still in contention to win this division, which technically they are. They're what, one game out, 2 games out of the the Jaguars, and the Jaguars haven't looked that great anyways. Um, but if you're just gonna keep doing this, you're gonna get yourself where you have no way to pivot off of Ryan Tannehill after the season. That's where it's going. And Ryan Tannehill just hasn't looked great. Yes, their offensive line's bad. Um, Weapons aren't really getting open, I would say. Traylon Burks not playing very well. Kyle Phillips is just getting back from IR. All they have is D Hop, and D Hop's doing well. Their tight ends, Chigakonkwo, is fine. But again, this offensive line is not good, and they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna end up going 8 and 10. What is it? 8 and 9, or maybe 9 and 8, something like that, where they're gonna just be on the border, 1, 2 games away from making the playoffs, and end up picking 15th, 16th, where you have to trade up to go get yourself a quarterback. The Saints killed the Patriots. Oh my God. Patriots are 1-4, 0-3 at home. They are 0-3 with the Lighthouse games. Shoot. Alvin Kamara looked good. Derek Carr just did enough. He actually didn't do fantastic, it looks like. But again, it's just dinking and dunking the ball down the field and just taking what Patriots are giving you, and you're just maintaining drives. Patriots look bad. Mac Jones got benched again. This is the second week in a row Mac Jones got benched. They're done for. I think Bill Belichick might be out after the season, and if he's not, they're still going to have a top 7 pick, I'd say, and go and get a quarterback. Either that or they trade for Kirk Cousins or someone like that. Because if it is Bill Belichick, I don't think he can deal with another rookie quarterback. So it might be a guy like Kirk Cousins coming in there, or Ryan Tannehill, which both of those would be ugly situations, I think. All right, we got the Ravens and Steelers. Ravens really can't do anything when your receivers can't catch the ball. Lamar Jackson did everything he could. That interception's not on him. He had like 3 drop touchdown passes, multiple 40-yard bombs just straight through guys' hands. Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers, who didn't look great this game, and I think he also got nicked up as well. Rashad Bateman dropped the touchdown tying in. It was a game tying touchdown. Just dropped it. Steelers still look bad. Um, yeah, George Pickens scores like last minute. Everyone's cheering except for Matt Canada. That was a funny one to watch. George Pickens played well today, and that's really all I can say about the Steelers. The rest of it was just ugly, ugly football. Eagles are 5-0. Rams are good, but just can't compete with the Eagles, man. The Jalen Hurts looked good, running the ball especially, bouncing off guys looks amazing. AJ Brown's continuing his amazing year this year. I mean, dude, AJ Brown's out of the 5 games they played, I'm pretty sure AJ Brown's been over 100 yards 3 or 4 of them. He's had a fantastic year this year, but no one's talking about it because of Puka Nacua and a couple other things going on. But yeah, good for him. I don't have anything to say about the Rams. They need a running back. They need an offensive line. The Bengals, 34-20, had a little bit of a scare here, but they finally get their second win in the season. Joe Burrow looks like Joe Burrow again. Jamar Chase is always effing open. 15 receptions for 192 yards and 3 touchdowns. The running game wasn't really there. They force-fed it just to kind of run out the clock, and to keep the defense honest. But this is not a good Cardinals defense, and if you can't run on them, there's a big problem with that. So I look forward to seeing in the next couple weeks how that affects them. Jets versus Broncos. Jets win 31-21. Put a couple posts on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, that were very funny. So if you don't follow the New York Jets Twitter account, you should go at least take a peek to see what they posted after the game. Very, very funny stuff. Breece Hall looks legit if he can just stay healthy. Knock on wood. I don't want him to get injured, but I'm just worried about the workload. That's honestly what I'm really worried about. Russell Wilson, just I don't really know what to say about Russell Wilson. Um, he got outdueled by Zach Wilson. That's what I can say about Russell Wilson, and it's alarming. All right, going into the Chiefs Vikings. Chiefs win 27-20. Um, Taylor Swift maybe did not show up. I'm not 100% sure, but Travis Kelce decided he's still going to go off. Isaiah Pacheco in the running game, with all the running backs, just really not much there. Again, this is a good Vikings defense. Brian Flores does a really good job with them. And offensively, I thought the Vikings looked really good. Even after Justin Jefferson went down, I still thought they looked decent. But they just didn't have enough to go up against the Chiefs. 27-20, I think the Vikings might start trying to sell off some of their pieces, but this is still, they can still make a wild card. They've played a couple tough matchups. They're 1-4. I still think they have a good chance of, finishing this season, even with a few of their guys going on IR, Justin Jefferson going on IR. I might be crazy. I still think that through the rest of this season, they can win another 8 games. They can go 8-3. Is that what it'd be? 8-4. They got plenty of games left. They go 8-4, and end up going 9-8. Yeah, and maybe sneaking into the playoffs. I think they can do that on the rest of it. So if I'm them, I'm not panicking. I'm not selling off any players, because once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. Dallas Cowboys and the 49ers. Brock Purdy just is a distributor. Distributed the ball really, really well. Dak Prescott did not. Dak Prescott had a bunch of ugly interceptions this game. Make you want to rethink life as a Cowboys fan if you are one. Yeah, that's a good defense he went up against, but there's no excuse for that. That was just an ugly game for Dak. And if you're a Cowboys fan, you're asking how much are we paying him per year? That is crazy. And then Monday Night Football. Yeah, I only watched the first half. I fell asleep. So I didn't know. I assumed the Raiders were going to win unless they did something Raidersly. But when I woke up, I saw the score and I was like, oh yeah, that's about right. But I didn't know that the Packers had a chance. They had a chance to go down there and score. They were at the 15-yard line or so, and man, Jordan Love's just got to give his guy Christian Watson a little bit more air. Give him a chance, man. Give him a chance, and you win that game. And it ends up being picked off by Amik Robertson, who's a good quality corner from Louisiana Tech, I think. So good for them. That's it. Hey, we did it, guys. Again, I told you we'd be recapping these NFL weeks. We didn't do it for the first couple weeks. I apologize. Again, I got a lot going on right now with football. JV football is almost over for me, so it'll just be varsity football. But, of course, we're on the road for a playoff run. Fingers crossed we keep going that way, and varsity football will go to the playoffs. So that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. If you did enjoy, go ahead and subscribe and then leave a like. Also, go down there and leave a comment talking about any of these games that you want. I want to have communication. I want to have conversation in the comment section. That's kind of my goal. It's just for a bunch of like-minded football-loving people to passionately but peacefully talk about our opinions about the football season. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day. Peace.